Have you ever reused a password, maybe without even thinking about it? It's something almost everyone has done at some point, whether out of convenience or just because it's hard to remember so many different logins. Maybe you've used your dog's name and birthday, or a favorite sports team, or something else easy to remember. Most of us have relied on simple, memorable passwords, not realizing how risky that can be. But now, imagine that password you thought was safe is actually out there, exposed and up for sale on the dark web. It's not just a distant threat, it's a reality for millions. It's like discovering the spare key you hid under your doormat is being passed around by total strangers, and you have no idea who might use it next. This isn't rare. In fact, it happens to millions of people every single day, fueling a massive underground business where stolen passwords are bought and sold like everyday goods. Before we go any further, remember, this video is for educational purposes only. We're here to help you understand the risks, not to turn you into a cyber criminal. Our goal is to pull back the curtain on how this shadowy process works, so you can recognize the warning signs and take steps to protect yourself and your loved ones. Think of this as your digital self-defense class, a crash course in staying safe online, just like you'd learn to protect yourself in the real world. The feeling of being hacked is truly awful. One minute you're browsing or chatting with friends, and the next you're locked out of your accounts, watching helplessly as your profile spams everyone you know. In this chapter, we're going to follow the journey of a password, from the moment it's stolen to how it ends up for sale and what happens next. So, as you watch, maybe take a moment to change your banking password or update your security settings, just in case you're at risk and don't even know it. Understanding how this digital black market operates is the first step to keeping your identity and your information safe. Let's dive in and get started on your journey to better online security. Have you ever wondered how your password, something you thought was private and secure, can end up in the wrong hands? It's a lot more common than you might think, and it can happen to anyone, no matter how careful you are. Most of the time, it's not a hacker sitting in a dark room, targeting you specifically. Instead, you're just one of millions caught up in a much bigger net. The most common way passwords get stolen is through a data breach. Hackers break into a company's database, maybe a social media site, an online store, or even a bank, and steal a massive trove of user data, including usernames and passwords. These breaches can expose millions of accounts in a single attack. Even if companies scramble or encrypt your password, hackers use powerful computers and advanced software to crack weak passwords in seconds. If your password is something simple, like 123456 or password, it's almost like handing them the keys. Another common method is called phishing. You might get an email that looks like it's from your bank or a trusted company. It asks you to click a link and log in, but the website is fake. Without realizing it, you've just handed over your login details to a criminal. It's the digital version of a con artist in disguise, tricking you into giving up your secrets. Then there's malware. Maybe you download a free game, a must-have app, or open an attachment from an unknown sender. Hidden inside is a keylogger, a sneaky program that records every single thing you type. Every password, every credit card number, every private message, captured and sent straight to criminals, often without you ever noticing. These attacks aren't rare. They're automated, relentless, and happening every single day, all around the world. Hackers use bots to try millions of passwords on thousands of accounts, looking for any weak spot. If your password is simple, easy to guess, or reused across different sites, you're an easy target. It's like leaving your front door unlocked in a busy neighborhood. The scary part? Most people don't even realize they've been compromised until it's too late. Sometimes the first sign is a strange charge on your credit card or an alert about a data breach. Once your password is stolen, it can be sold on the dark web or used by criminals to access your accounts, steal your identity, or commit fraud. Your secret key becomes a tool for someone else's crime. And remember, it all starts with a single slip, a weak password, a careless click, or a moment of trust in the wrong place. Stay alert and protect your digital life. When your passwords are stolen, they don't just disappear or show up on your social media feed. They're quietly sold in the darkest corners of the internet, far from the eyes of everyday users. Imagine the internet as a massive iceberg. The part you use every day, search engines, social media, news sites, is just the tip. Beneath the surface lies the deep web, a vast area hidden from search engines, containing things like academic databases and private company files. But even deeper, there's the dark web, a secret basement where the rules are different, and almost anything goes. To get there, you can't just use Chrome or Safari. You need special software like Tor, which bounces your connection through servers around the globe, making you almost impossible to trace. This cloak of anonymity is both a shield and a sword. Originally, this technology was a lifeline for journalists, whistleblowers, and activists living under oppressive regimes. It allowed them to communicate safely and share information without fear. But, as with any tool, it also attracted those with darker intentions. Today, the dark web is infamous as a marketplace for illegal goods, drugs, weapons, counterfeit documents, and of course stolen data. If it's illegal or dangerous, chances are you'll find it here. But don't expect high-tech glamour. Most dark websites are clunky, outdated, and hard to navigate, with strange addresses ending in .onion. It's more like wandering through a digital junkyard than a high-end store. In these hidden forums and marketplaces, criminals openly trade stolen passwords, credit card numbers, and personal information, all while staying far from the reach of law enforcement. That old password you used for a forgotten forum years ago? It's now a commodity, bundled and sold to the highest bidder. The dark web is like a digital back alley, where your identity, your secrets, and your digital life are just products on a shelf, waiting to be bought and sold. Most people will never see this hidden world, but its impact is everywhere, affecting millions who have no idea their information is at risk. This is the marketplace where your digital life, your passwords, your credit card numbers, your identity can be bought and sold in seconds. And all of this happens in the shadows, hidden in plain sight, just beneath the surface of the internet you use every day. Stolen passwords go through a surprisingly organized process. After a breach, hackers sort and crack the data, revealing weak passwords. They decide, use the passwords themselves, or sell them in bulk. Most choose to sell, packaging millions of logins into combo lists. Dark web marketplaces work like eBay, with seller profiles, reviews, and even customer support. Listings might read, fresh USA logins, 1 million combos, 80% valid. Prices depend on how recent and valuable the data is. This all happens fast. Companies often don't know they've been breached until after the data is sold. The data changes hands from hacker to wholesaler to individual criminals. Your password becomes a product, traded by strangers. It's a ruthless supply chain, and you're the unwitting supplier. All from one weak password. Dark web marketplaces are surprisingly sophisticated. Passwords are sold as combo lists, huge files with millions of email and password pairs. These lists are cheap, sometimes just a few $100s, paid in cryptocurrency. Criminals use them for credential stuffing, trying your password on thousands of sites, hoping for a match. Even a tiny success rate can mean big payoffs. Some vendors sell access to specific, high-value accounts, like bank logins or corporate emails, for much more. Marketplaces have ratings, reviews, and even escrow services to build trust. It's a parallel universe of e-commerce, but the product is your identity. Customer service and reputation matter, even in crime. The system is designed for efficiency and profit, and your data is the currency. This isn't just theory. Massive breaches have exposed millions. The 2012 LinkedIn breach saw 117 million logins stolen and sold years later for just a few Bitcoin. Criminals used those passwords for credential stuffing, breaking into countless other accounts. One breach can unlock your entire digital life. The 2013 Adobe breach was even bigger. Over 150 million users compromised, including credit card data. Weak passwords like 123456 made it easy for criminals. These breaches show, once your data is out there, it's out there forever. Stolen info is recycled and resold for years. A password from 2013 could haunt you in 2025. That's why every breach is a permanent risk. What do criminals do with your password? Mostly, they want money. Low-level hackers use bots to test logins on hundreds of sites. Streaming, shopping, banking. A working login can be sold or used to steal goods. If they get your email, they can reset all your other accounts. Total takeover. This leads to identity theft, fraud, and even attacks on your friends and family. Some buy specific logins for bigger crimes, ransomware, corporate espionage, or public scams. Your password is a key to your life, not just a string of characters. The damage can be huge, from small fraud to major extortion. To criminals, you're just an opportunity, and your password is their ticket in. Here's the good news. Protecting yourself isn't hard. First, never reuse passwords. Every site needs a unique, strong one. Use a password manager, a secure vault that creates and remembers complex passwords for you. You only need to remember one strong master password. Next, enable two-factor authentication, 2FA, everywhere. Even if your password is stolen, 2FA keeps criminals out. It's like a second lock on your door. Be skeptical, don't click suspicious links, and always type website addresses yourself. Avoid public Wi-Fi for sensitive tasks, and don't download from untrusted sources. A little paranoia online is healthy. Combine unique passwords, 2FA and caution, and you're a much harder target. Make these habits your digital armor. Digital security is a never-ending game of cat and mouse. As we get smarter, criminals get more creative. New threats appear constantly. Phishing, malware, even attacks on 2FA. Staying safe isn't a one-time fix, it's an ongoing habit. Treat your online security like your health, regular checkups and updates. Stay informed about new scams and breaches. Knowledge is your best defense. Share it with friends and family. An educated user is a hacker's worst nightmare. If you want more tips and stories, subscribe and stay curious. And please, use a password manager. Thanks for watching. And remember, stay safe online. You've got this. See you in the next one. This is Cyber Network, signing off.